However, how can you actually make it easy? What is going on in this process where guys struggle with it? Basically, here's what happens, okay? You start out, if you're like a total beginner, you start out maybe at this level in game, right? And maybe the threshold for getting sex is like this level. What happens is you're probably improving, right? You improve from here to here, you improve from here to here. But if you're measuring yourself against the standard of sex, a move from here to here increased your sex by 0. A move from here to here increased your sex by 0. Right? And so it's very easy to get discouraged. And this is what I actually see. It's so shocking to me. So many guys, as they're getting better and better and better, and they're just reaching that level where they're almost over the hump, they're almost ready to get there, right? They're this close to getting it, and they get frustrated because like, oh, I've been trying and trying and trying, and I'm still not having sex. What they don't realize is they've gotten much closer. And what they should be looking at is redefining their short-term goals a little bit so that they actually become measurable and they see success. Here's what I mean by that. When I first started out, I had trouble even talking to a girl. And so I wasn't measuring like, did I have sex or not? I was measuring, I was terrified to talk to a girl and couldn't start a conversation. And now I can have a 20-second conversation. Massive victory. I'm so proud of myself. And then once I could do that, then I was saying like, okay, cool, now I can have a minute conversation. And then now I can ask for a number without like shitting my pants. And now I can actually get some numbers. And now I can actually get some dates. And so every step along the way, I was setting a goal that's measurable to me and where I see success occasionally. So instead of having this thing where it's like, I'm here, the threshold is here, and I'm seeing failure, 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 what I was seeing is success at getting a conversation, success at getting a longer conversation, success at getting a phone number. And each and every one of those was encouraging to me, and each and every one of those told me I was on the right path. So many guys are going out, and because they're evaluating themselves against, did I have sex or not, this is a very binary thing, they're just seeing failure, 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 as opposed to reasonable goals where they see success, success, success. That's important in terms of just you logically staying the course and seeing that there is, a light at the end of the tunnel. It's also important biologically, because when you succeed as a man, as a human being, your body floods itself with chemicals that tell you success is possible and tell you you're more alpha and tell you you're more capable next time. And the more alpha and successful you appear, the more your next approach is going to be done with confidence, and the more you're going to start stepping into that role of alpha male. And it's actually this beautiful feedback process. So what I'm suggesting to you is this. Whatever level you're at, you want to set goals that you can actually hit as often or more often than not. They should be a challenge to you. They shouldn't be so easy they're boring, but they should be goals where you can see measurable success and measurable progress, because that's what's going to keep you going. If you're seeing measurable improvement and measurable results, now you're going to stay with it. And that's really the biggest thing. If you have the right process and attitude and you stay with it, you will get there eventually. Now, if you want to get there faster, obviously you want to add in skill, add in good coaching, have a system, that sort of a thing. But the biggest thing is that you stay the course, you stay encouraged, and you keep going towards that end result that is inevitable. And if you are seeing improvements, right? If you are seeing improvement, you're on that right path, and every week, every month, you are considerably better than you were the last week or the last month, that makes it a much easier path to stick on. So changing your attitude and outlook will make a massive difference in how hard it appears. The other thing I would tell you in terms of it appearing hard is give yourself a reasonable timeline. Give yourself a reasonable timeline. If you're a guy in your 20s, 30s, even 40s, if it takes you a couple years to get good at this, you have the whole rest of your life to have the most insane sex life ever. And it should not take you years. It should take you months. Or even shorter if you're doing it really the right way. But even if it did take you years, then you have the entire rest of your life to have a great sex life, right? Guys go to medical school for 6 years for the hope of maybe, someone will be impressed and it'll work out with a few girls here and there. You, in a matter of months to maybe a year or two, can have the abundant sex life of a fucking feudal king if you just stay the fucking course.